What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Graydles. Now, Graydle is a very weird deck. It's a deck that wants to be destroyed, but whenever the cards are destroyed, they attach themselves to your opponent's monsters, and you take control of the monster. So, essentially, it's a deck that becomes mind controls, which is pretty good. Although this deck does have its own flaws, obviously. Before we get into the deck profile, I'd just like to remind you to hit that subscribe button because over 90% of you watching this video are not subscribed. And you know, it really makes me sad. By easy solution, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, I run the 3 Graydle Eagle. Graydle Eagle, when it's destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can attach it to one of your opponent's monsters and then take control of that monster. I also run the 3 Graydle Alligator. Alligator is when it's destroyed by a battle or spell, you can attach it to one of your opponent's monsters. And the 2 Graydle Cobra, and that one is Battle and Trap. I only run 2 of Cobra because this build I am going second, so I'm not going to be able to use those traps right away. So I only have that 2. I also run the 3 Graydle Slime Jr. When this card is normal summoned, you can target 1 Graydle monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then you can special summon 1 Graydle monster from your hand with the same level, but you cannot special summon any monsters except water monsters for the rest of the turn, which isn't it's not really the most desirable situation because that really kind of limits what you can summon. Although the one plus note is that Crystron Halki Fibrax is a water monster, so you can still use Halki Fibrax after using Graydle Slime. Also run the 2 Graydle Slime. Graydle Slime, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target 2 Graydle cards you control, destroy them, and if you do, special summon this card. So it really works well with Graydle Eagle because if it's destroyed by a battle or card effect. So if you have 2 Eagles on field, then you get to take control of 2 of your opponent's monsters, which is pretty cool. I also run 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring for my hand trap of choice, kind of since you are going second, to kind of mess around with my opponent during their turn. Moving on to the spells, I run the 2 Graydle Impact. Graydle Impact, you can target 1 Graydle monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them, then during the end phase you can add 1 Graydle card from your deck to your hand. I only run 2 of Impact because it also destroys the opponent's monster that they control. And in certain situations, that's not going to be desirable because what you want to mainly do is destroy your own monsters, not your opponent's, because then you can take control of their monsters. But let's say they only have, let's say an Appaloosa on field, for example. You activate this, then you don't even have a target anymore. I also run 3 Dark Ruler No More. This is a must in this deck, because with going second, it allows you to essentially take control of your opponent's monsters without any disruptions, because let's say they end with a Dragoon on board, for example. You activate Dark Ruler No More, summon Eagle, attack with Eagle, Eagle gets destroyed, then use Eagle to take control of Dragoon. Now it's your Dragoon. But of course, Dragoon has a negate, so you just negate the whole thing. That's why you want Dark Ruler No More to prevent that from happening. And that's also why I run 2 Forbidden Droplets for the same reason. I run 2 Surface. Surface is like a monster reborn for level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monsters, which Graydles are aqua. I also run the 1 Monster Reborn. I still like Secret better. I run 2 Pot of Desires for a little bit of draw power. I also run the 3 Dark Hole because you want to blow up your field. Well, once you take control of monsters, you don't really want to quite blow up your field, but you want to blow up your alligators. Also run the 1 Raigeki and the 1 Upstart Goblin. Moving on to the traps. I run 2 Graydle Split. Target 1 face-up monster you control. Equip this card to it as an equip spell essentially. Gains 500 attack, and during your main phase, you can send this card equipped to a monster by this effect to the graveyard. Destroy the monster this card was equipped to, and then special summon 2 Graydle monsters with different names from your deck, but destroy them during the end phase. So this is really good at triggering off your, I wanted to say Darlington Cobra, but Graydle Cobra. And it's also good at special summoning 2 monsters out, so you could essentially get an immediate Graydle Dragon. Also run 2 Torrential Tribute. Since I'm going second, I don't want to max out on this. And I also run the 3 Infinite Impermanence. Moving on to the extra deck. I run 2 Graydle Dragon. Graydle Dragon, when this card is synchro summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters used for the synchro summon of this card. Destroy them. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one other water monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. So it's not a bad monster. Although this card is $8 for some odd reason. They say because it was like it only had a single printing, but there are lots of other cards that have only had a single printing that are secret rares, but they're not worth that much. So I don't really even understand why. I also run the one Ally of Justice Catastor and the one Excel Synchron for some level 5 synchros. Those were like the only level 5 synchros I had, so I didn't really have options. I run the one Crystron Halki Fibrax. Yeah, I finally got myself a Halki Fibrax because I'm actually competing in tournaments again, so I definitely need it now. I also run one Auroradon and the one Barricade Board Blocker. Also run the IP package with Masquerena, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Unicorn. And for some generic good Link monsters, I run Borreload, Boral Sword, Apollosa, Access Code, and an Underworld Goddess. That's going to be it for this deck profile. Let me know, what do you think of Graydle? Do you think it's a pretty cool deck? Do you think it's got a very kind of weird mechanic? Do you think this deck just absolutely loses to stuff like Twin Twister and Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.